traders, and welcome to the Market Open Preview brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, welcome to a wonderful Friday, hot and sunny in downtown Thailand. Traders, it is time for the Market Open Preview. I'd like to welcome you to the show and let me introduce myself to you. My name is William K. Gilday. I'll be your moderator today in this educational series brought to you through FXCL. I've been trading since 2006, where I started part-time, and I retired from the fire rescue department in the lovely state of Florida in 2008, where I moved to Thailand. And I'm bringing this to you live from the hot and sunny beaches on a Friday. I went full-time when I relocated to Thailand and have been trading ever since. I'm honored to be your moderator today, and I'm glad you're with me. So we're going to go through a couple of currency pairs today, but before we do that and get to the charts, let's get the legal stuff out of the way. Traders, this is our risk disclaimer. Please be advised that Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex market. Don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, if you're trading your rent money, your mortgage, or your car payment, you might want to rethink that idea and trade on a demo account until you can trade a live funded account. Okay, traders, let's head over to the calendar watch. Yes, traders, this is the calendar watch list, and let's go over some of the data that's coming out in the European session to start. We have the Great British Pound core retail sales month on month, and Great British Pound has retail sales month on month, and we're expecting that to be the big one for today in the European session. In the US session, we have Michigan consumer expectations, and then again in the US we have Michigan consumer sentiment, and we expect the Michigan consumer sentiment to be the big news data in the US session. Okay, traders, let's get over to the charts and let's hit the Euro-Aussie daily chart. Okay, this is the Euro-Aussie, and this is a daily chart, and you can see that this daily chart, I have placed a trend line showing that this pair is aggressively in a downtrend, so we are looking for short trades, and that is my bias as I look through the lower time frames looking for my entry to take my trades. You can see the black dotted line where I placed my Fibonacci tool, and you can see that I did it at a high where I had two candles to the left and two candles to the right. And actually, if you look at that candlestick formation, traders, you have an evening star at resistance. And look at how price reacted. Absolutely beautiful. On the bottom of the fib, you can see I had two candles to the left and two candles to the right, and that tells me that that low is the low of that swing. And that is the most current swing. And I'm doing this educational video about 60 minutes before the London Open. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for a pullback. I'd love to see it come back up to the 50% fib. Why do I say the 50% fib? If you look at the 50% fib and look left on the chart, you will see that that price area is pretty strong support in the past on this daily chart. So I'd like to see that come back up to that area, give me a bearish candlestick formation, and we can short this. Traders, let's go over to the 15-minute chart. Here's your Euro-Aussie 15-minute chart. The reason I did not put a 1-hour chart in here, traders, was it looked exactly like the daily chart and there was no trade setup. On the 15-minute chart, there really isn't a defining trade setup, but I was able to put a range in here, and you can see the two blue lines showing the range that we're in, and you can see where I actually did the fib in this to the top side of the range and the bottom side of the range, and the 50% fib came to 1.4918. So normally you would look to short at that area. It's a great place to short, but what is the problem? The problem is that the bottom of the range is just below that, so that is support. Then what happens right after you break out of that? You end up with the 200 exponential moving average, which is the green line on the chart, and that's at 48.89. So we want to short this pair. There's no doubt about it. I'd like to see more of a pullback. I'd like to see this get up to 48.90, that area, the top of the range, 48. Sorry, traders. I'd like to see that get up to 49.50 and then take that back to the downside, or 49.40, that area. And you can see where my stop is at, and we'll just take that back down. But I'd really like to see this pull back. I wouldn't even mind if it pulled back outside of the range and then gave us a bearish candlestick formation. In fact, that would be better. It'd give us more pips, and then all you have to do is just readjust your stop. And that's the way I would look at that. But I definitely want to short the Euro Aussie. All right, traders, we're going to take a look at a yen pair today. So let's get over to the Aussie yen. So this is the Aussie yen daily chart. And you can see I placed price at the high of this daily chart, and we're at 96.49. And I placed another price at the aggressive support, which is the 200 exponential moving average, which is at 93.05. So I'm looking, traders, to take this to the upside. So you have a couple of trade opportunities in this pair. So let's take a look at them, and let's go to the 1 hour chart. All right, here we are on the 1 hour chart of the Aussie yen. You can see I marked support at 94.61. I have a take profit area just below the 200 exponential moving area at 95.31. So we're looking over 60 pips if we took this right at support, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that entry. However, I would show you that I have two red arrows. The one red arrow is when I took the screenshot of this currency pair before I did the video, that's where price was. I'd like to see that pull back more and then take it to the upside. If it goes sideways and the London Open comes, and then we can get a bullish candlestick pattern on either one of those arrow price areas, that would be fine. But we're going to 95.31. And notice that I didn't go exactly at the 200 exponential moving average. The reason for that is, think of all the orders that are placed at that level. People entering trades and getting out of trades. So I always go 7 to 10 pips before that. So that is how you can trade the 1 hour chart on the Aussie yen. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. Okay, traders, here we are at the 15-minute chart. Now notice that this exponential moving average, which is the green line, is at 95.01. You can see my gold box there with the two red arrows, again being fibbed. You can see the trend line that I placed there. That trend line tells me that there's a good chance that price can pull back, bounce off the trend line, and give us our entry to the upside, because we would need a bearish candlestick formation. We want to take out the previous candle's high. So if you get to the trend line, get a candle, and it doesn't take out the previous candle's high, that's not an entry. We want to see you take out the previous candle's high and then enter. And you can see where my little red stop sign is, the little red X down below. That is where you would want to take your stop loss. But our target area is 95.01. So traders, those are our two currency pairs on a Friday. Please remember that it is Friday, and on Friday, after the New York session, I'll be bringing to you the Friday wrap-up after the New York session, and we'll get that up as soon as possible. Again, traders, I would like to thank you, and I'd like to thank FXCL for having me as your moderator and for giving us the opportunity to share our trade setups on a Friday. Until next time, traders, trade safe, and bye-bye.